What is up, my scoundrel brothers and sisters? It is I, your man Clash, coming back to you with another video. Yes, I just did one on Cure Lead versus Gas, but I think I have one that's even better than that. And you'll notice I did a couple of Stormtrooper Han videos a couple of months ago and how you could use him under CLS, etc., to counter Gas. But we've got one that's actually even better, and I'm trying to counter, posts like this that say he's not good to gear. If you make some connections. Thank you, Za, for this picture. You'll see he's actually very good. This is called Saint Han and the Destroyers. This is a counter to Gas that works really, really well, especially in Grand Arena to keep maximum banners. The way it works, there's two main components to it. It is, of course, Stormtrooper Han as your leader, getting his leadership bonus, as well as his Zeta, which is really, really good because he's never not going to be taunting. He's always going to be regenerating his protection. And of course, with the way we mod him, he's going to be super durable. Vandor Chewbacca, just as important. This is a easy one to get stacked up with max health. He's going to be reducing all damage by 25%, and he's going to be regenerating everyone's protection based on his health. For Han Solo, I think you all know how to mod him. Just make sure he's max damage. Chewbacca, the same. I think I run offense with him. Still a little bit of tenacity on him just to keep the days away. Stormtrooper Han, this one's the most important. He is going to need to be guarded. Absolutely a must that he is guarded in this. So you need to make sure that he's got less health and protection than the other two, which is, of course, Vandor Chewbacca. Not too hard to get if you've got him modded correctly because he's getting such a huge bonus to his health pool. And then, of course, Wat Tambor. Wat, a little bit harder to get up, but if you have him at 7-star, even if it's gear 12, he's super tanky just from his kit. He gets a lot of bonus protection from his health, so make sure you've got a lot of health on him as well. Knowing that that's how it works, let's look at the mechanics exactly. So with Stormtrooper Han in the lead, he is guarded. We're going to do it's a pretty generic but pretty easy counter, right? Stun Rex out of the gate. You must do that. That's really important. Then, of course, you put the damage tech on Han, and generally speaking, that gives you enough damage to get through your General Skywalker in the 2 attacks. If it doesn't, not the end of the world. It can still work really well. In this instance, you'll see that I just counterattacked him into cover, and that works just fine. Now we're going to move into the next tech. You got to put the tank tech on Stormtrooper Han. This means he's going to be the primary target for the rest of the match. We are not to what we call like maximum protection recovery yet, but we are getting to a spot where we are quickly becoming almost invulnerable to this counter. We do our normal damaging attacks, get 5s out of there. Then Vandor is going to do a pretty good job of hitting Rex. If he'd have been prepared by this point, he would have actually probably killed him, but not that big of a deal. Now we put the health and protection recovery on him, and now we are in what we will see as complete Han and Chewie beast mode. The protection recovery, the durability, and the damage that is getting pumped out there with these 5 that are on the board is just phenomenal for what we're looking to do here. We did get dazed. It's not a big deal. We can clean that up with Wat on Chewbacca, and now we will move him into cover just like that with Stormtrooper Han's basic. So as this whole thing finishes, you'll notice now we've moved into the last phase of this. He's still not doing very much damage at all, and he dodges a lot. He's an evasion tank, so he has like up to 20%, almost 17% additional evasion if you use the buffs from Han. He obviously goes up way higher than that. So in this video, or in this instance, my Han should have been faster, but he wasn't. You want to make sure that your Han is faster than the General Skywalker if you can. If he's not, it makes it a little bit more tricky. Still something you can recover from. So in this instance, he's now getting he's getting his clock cleaned. He's down under 50% health, but that's actually a good thing in this instance, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. The first thing, of course, we get him taunting, and remember, his leader, if you're under 50% health, you're going to do a lot more damage, and so we are going to clean up 5s and then Rex in short order. It gives us time to get the tank tech out. It gives us time to mosey on through both 5s and Rex. And again, now we're back on track. Nothing we can't deal with at this point. We've got the health recovery on Vandor, and all we need to do now is just make sure we clean him up, we put him back under cover, take out his friends. I use that Watt ability right there to add more protection recovery. Of course, I probably should have gone after Echo there first, but one thing I do want to note here in this battle, I got a little greedy. I should have just killed him with the basic attack. If it probably would have killed him. It might not have, but either way, I thought I could get more protection recovery out of that, and so I used his buff. Not the end of the world, but I got a little bit greedy. Okay, so this last battle that I'm going to have commentary over, wanting to just reiterate a couple of the main points that we've already discussed. Huge damage mitigation, huge damage, and amazing protection and health recovery. There are 4 ways you can recover your protection here. Of course, Zeta on the Stormtrooper Han, the tank tech on Stormtrooper Han, the special from Watt, and of course the protection recovery from Vandor Chewbacca. I think this is a great counter to General Skywalker. It lets you save a lot of those other really important characters for other things that you might want to use them for, whether it be CLS, 3PO, Kira, maybe in my case. Overall, I really like what this provides, and as mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be a fully Relic squad. Well, there you have it. That is the idea, that is the craft, that is the strategy. If you have more questions or additional details that you think are important, please join us in the Scoundrel Discord. It is, of course, linked below. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Again, huge shout out to Vego for the idea. Thank you so much for working through the craft with me. I'm going to let you see some extra fights and attacks here now at this point, and I hope to see you all again in the next video. Thanks.